Hello everyone, it's my first real video, and of course, guess what I'm doing it on? It's how to be confident. So the number one compliment I get is how confident I am. And it's funny because sometimes I'm really not confident, but it definitely looks like I am. So I'm going to teach you guys how. And there's also just, I call them personality techniques, where you can learn how to be confident. So excuse that I just woke up. I'm reading emails, and I have tea. I have no makeup on, but it's okay. I'm okay with the world seeing me without makeup because I don't thrive and live off of makeup being my beauty. So the number one thing is don't downgrade people. If you're really confident about what you do and how you do it, just focus on that. Your greatness shouldn't come from putting other people down. The worst trait someone can have, other than being physically ugly, is being personally ugly. So that's the number one thing. Just don't don't make your fame at someone else's expense by putting them down. It's I couldn't even describe to you how ugly it is. Number two is be comfortable. Ladies, let's face it, even some men, we all have insecurities, whether we're like, oh, these jeans make my butt look flat, or these jeans, I don't know, make my thighs look big. It's not that your butt looks flat, it's not that your thighs look big, it's that your butt is flat and your thighs are big. And being Asian, the number one thing I get is like, your ass is flat, and I'm like, I really don't give a shit, because I'm not God's perfect creation, so I can care less. Keep your comments to yourself. I get it. If you're big bone, just stop wishing that you were a toothpick, and if you're a toothpick, stop wishing you were big bone. It's not gonna happen. If you do want something to change about yourself, go to the gym. It's that easy. You don't even need to go to the gym. You can get a membership. If you want to spend that money, easily you can just walk around, be active. I don't know, clean your house, do something active. Number three is stand your ground. Being confident. I know that a lot of people that I work with, they're like, oh, you're so confident in everything you do. There's some like big names that I work with, and I'm scared to work with them, but I stand my grounds. I'm not saying to literally stand in one spot and let opportunities pass you by. What I'm saying is don't underestimate your worth, but definitely don't overestimate it. Be firm about everything and anything that you do. It's okay to take chances with people or opportunities or companies, but don't let people walk all over you, because you're nobody's doormat, and if you don't respect yourself, definitely they aren't either. So that's a key one. Number four, my favorite, if you got it, flaunt it. That doesn't mean go around flashing your boobs. You're going to get a good job somewhere. Sorry, my computer froze. What it means is that if I need to put my drink down for this one. I was reading something that popped up on my screen. I'm so sorry. What it basically means, if you got it, flaunt it. If you have a great feature and you know you have a great feature, flaunt it. I mean, I think my greatest feature physically is my lips. And so whenever I go out, I always make sure they're either gloss or chapped. I mean, I use chapstick. I make sure they're not chapped. But I flaunt it. I don't sit there and make my lips, which is, I mean, my best physical feature. I know some of you guys are gonna say my boobs, you pervs. But I mean, if your eyes are your best thing, make your eyes stand out, and it doesn't have to be with makeup. It could be by smiling with your eyes. That's going to be a whole nother video. It's really hard to do. It's hard for people to learn. But if your best feature, men, is biceps, show them biceps. Like, we want to see it. And don't be scared to flaunt it. That's part of confidence. Number five is firm handshake. I'm going to school right now at Aveda, and we just had this funny class, and a lot of girls, they shake hands like it's really light, and they're very like, oh, like, like I'm a princess and I'm shaking your hand. Just knock it off. It's not cute. It shows that you're not confident. So when you're grabbing someone's hand, shake that mug. Like, I mean, shake it really hard. You definitely don't want to let anyone intimidate you. At least if you're feeling insecure or not confident, which is me sometimes. When I shake someone's hand, I look them directly in the eye. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Ashley. Nice to meet you." And I shake their hand, and they never even notice that I'm not confident. But inside, like, I'm like insecure. I'm like, "Oh my god, does my hair look okay? Like, I hope that they like how I look." A handshake can totally do it for you. Um, it's so funny that I put this on my list, but number 6 is speak loud and clear. Um, I'm not saying being loud and being obnoxious, but be loud and ladies, I know you can feel me on this. Is that it's so unattractive? Ugh, when you talk to a guy and their voice is lower than yours, they're like, yeah, I was wondering if I can get your number. Like, what? What did you just say to me? Like, speak up. You don't, like I said, you don't need to be loud to where, I mean, Betty down the street can hear you. But, and be clear with your words. I'm working on that, on how to speak slower, because, I know that, I chat like this, and so everybody's like, wait, what'd you say? Like, back up. But, just be clear. I'm definitely working on my speech to stop saying the word like. I think my whole family makes fun of me, and my coworkers, they do it all the time. They put like on a little sticky tab for as many times as I say like in a conversation. The whole office was covered at one point. So another thing is I just said it, obviously. It's a pause in speech, but as time goes on and you see yourself as you're speaking publicly, you'll realize what you should say, what you should not say. Number 7 on how to be confident is questions, questions, questions. There's a thin line between annoying and curious, so be careful. Don't be afraid to ask questions, especially if you want to know the answers. I mean, like, when I go into meetings with people, I'm like, my first question, I hate to put it, is like, all right, like, is this paid? Like, what am I getting paid for this? Like, how much am I getting paid? I'm not saying that has to be your first question, but don't be afraid to ask questions. When you ask questions, it shows the other people like, oh shit, this girl knows what she's doing. I mean, if you're a guy, oh shit, this guy knows what he's doing. But don't be that annoying person, like, for example, in the back of class, who's like, the teacher already told you what time your homework's due and where it needs to be and how it needs to be done, and you're asking, like, when's it due? Like, what color does that have to be? What time does that have to be done? Don't ask the annoying questions, and I understand some people want to be funny and ask them. I personally get irritated. I'm like, alright, for real, can you stop it? Like, I have to be somewhere. So, my little butt chin. Maybe that's my best physical feature. Number 8 on how to be confident is ask people how they're feeling. This is very important, and as corny as it sounds, dear to my heart, because I always jump into conversations and start talking about me. And I mean, anyone who knows me knows that I have the hugest tendency of doing that. But it's really important to stop yourself and say, like, hey, I wonder how this person's doing. I'm taking up a minute of their life to talk to them. I wonder how they're feeling. And no one likes when you talk too much about yourself. It's just, and people do it a lot. I do it a lot. I'm trying to break that habit, because it's like you're sitting in a room with someone that you don't know, and they're like talking about themselves, and you're like, cool. So I mean, I wonder when they're gonna ask about me. So don't talk about yourself too much, and ask people how they're feeling. A perfect example, I have a demeanor of being a bitch, let's face it. So a lot of people tell me it, and then they're like, and then when we get to know you, you're so nice, you're so friendly. And I mean, and I'm totally okay with that. I mean, you could have thought whatever when you met me, as long as after you've met me that I've left a lasting impression. That's all that matters to me. So I went to Starbucks. I had my glasses on, like total diva, right? And the lady was like, "Yeah, what can I get for you?" I was like, "Hi, how are you?" And like she like looked at me crazy. She's like, "I'm good. How are you? What can I get for you?" She didn't really even wait for my answer, but I didn't care about that point. And long story short, to cut a boring story, at the end, she was like, "Thank you so much. You're the first customer today, matter of fact, this week, who has made me smile because you asked how I was doing, and not a lot of people do that." So it's really important. It's really, really important. I can't even stress that, how you could just make someone's day by asking them, "How are you doing?" And then just knowing that you made someone's day, guess what goes up? Your confidence, because you just know that you're a better person. Um, Number 9 is huge, huge. Um, Number 9 on how to be confident is have personality. So let's just touch up on this subject. Yes, having a personality is great, but it's all about having an admirable personality. And I know this is like the number one thing that we hear in Vegas all the time, that girls, you might be pretty, but when you have an ugly personality, you are ugly. Beauty starts from within. And so, I mean, gold diggers, drama, literally bitches, snobs, all that stuff is not cute. I challenge those people to seriously like try to change their personality. It might get you somewhere, but in the long term, it's not gonna get you far. It's That's more of a short term place that you're gonna get, and just having an admire personality where people look up to you for good things that you do, but you don't do those good things for people to look up to you. That is the core of beauty. You do it because it makes yourself feel good. I can't even stress it enough. And it's I don't know. I get tongue twisted at this one. It really means a lot to me. I'm really for people having like, I mean, guys don't like the word beautiful when they refer to other guys, and I'll even kind of like point a guy out and be like, "Did you just call that guy beautiful? Like, you forgot to say no homo." But it really is a beautiful thing when even guys can have like a really nice personality, and it'll shine. Those type of things will shine through. So like I said, God don't like ugly. If you're cute, be cute, but if you want to be beautiful from inside, and that will radiate on the outside. Number 10 on my list, the last one, but probably most important on how to be confident, is smile. Smiles are really contagious, so are laughs. Just smile. I smile at people a lot. I think it creates a better aura around me. I really believe in like transferring energy. So if I have better energy around me, like I really think like I'm giving it off to other people. So I try to like cut that bad energy off like the minute I go somewhere. And also I'm strong enough to not let other people's bad energy transfer onto me. So like I'm not saying I'm holier than thou, but I definitely try to stay happy a lot, because who doesn't want to be happy? I don't know anyone who wakes up and is like, "No, today I want to be mad." So and put out into the world the things that you want back. If you want more happiness, put out happiness. If you want more people to smile at you, smile at more people. Be really, really, really careful about what you put out into the world. I stress this a lot to my friends, because it's true. What you put out into the world is what you're going to get. And so if you tell yourself, girls, stop telling yourself you're fat. You're not fat. And if you feel fat, I mean, go to the gym. And it's probably because you're not taking care of yourself. So nobody can really fix that unless you fix it. But if you tell the world that you're fat, you're going to be fat. If you tell the world, "Hey, I look great today and I feel great and I'm going to do great things," more than likely that's what's going to come your way. So usually I have more of a funny personality. I mean, I hope. today the video was very much so, I guess, to spread a little bit of my knowledge